Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Of course my heat decides to kick on when I'm ready to film. Anyway, so today I decided that I was going to do something a little bit different for my 25 days of makeup, that I'm actually going to break it down into a subsection, into a how I do my blank. So today I'm going to show you my full face foundation routine. Now this is not my everyday routine by any means. Usually I don't wear any makeup at all. If you personally know me, you guys know that, and when I come in with makeup on, there's usually something special going on. So today I am going to show you guys how I do my full face of foundation. I know for a lot of you, you're going to say, oh my god, even though this is full face, this is so much makeup. Honestly, the only time I'd wear this is if I'm having, I probably wouldn't wear this much makeup to prom, but this is what I would wear to perform in, or if I'm having a very, very, very bad breakout. I do the opposite of what you're supposed to do, and I put makeup on to cover it up. And right now I am having a little bit of outbreak, so I'm going to show you guys how I do my foundation. So this also isn't my regular foundation I would use for a full face. I would usually use the Poreless Matte Fit Me foundation, but I ran out and I'm very sad about it. I haven't got a chance to get any more, so I'm going to show you how I do it with the True Match instead, because that's my next favorite. So to get started off, I'm going to prime my skin with Baby Skin. I prefer the Professional just because I think it's not as, I feel like the silicone clogs your pores more than that kind of creamier primer, but you know, this works just as well. It does its job. So I put that all over my face, not just in the areas that I get oily, just all over, especially my upper lip and around my nose and my forehead, because those are the areas that get super duper oily. Take the L'Oreal Magic Anti-Redness Primer, and I love this primer. I kind of picked it up on a whim the one day and I just love it now. So I'm just going to put this wherever I have redness. Now I put on a little bit of this Master Conceal from Maybelline, and I just put it on with my fingers to start, to get it laid out, to cover the big pimples and blemishes, just like this. Usually just on my chin, but since we're doing full face today, we'll go on the forehead a little bit. And to blend all of that out, I'm going to be using, not this beauty blender, my Pure Beauty Blender. This is the white one, and this one I use for concealer, blush, primers occasionally, depending on the primer I'm using. So just blend that in and make sure it's nice and even. Now I'm going to take the True Match in Light Ivory, and I'm just going to pour a little bit on my hand. That's way too much, so just dump whatever extra you have back into the bottle. I'm going to take this Expert HD foundation brush from Icing, and I'm going to put it, start laying that foundation out on the edges of my face. Okay, so right now I probably look scary and crazy, but that's okay, because now we're going to blend it all out with the original Beauty Blender. And I'm just going to bounce it. I'm not going to swirl it because I want it to remain full coverage. let it dry for a minute. So I'm going to let this dry for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you the rest of it. Alright, so now that my foundation has dried, I can kind of see where the dry patches of my skin are, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus and just spray it right on the tip here, and I'm going to just dot it onto those dry areas. Right in between my brows gets super dry, and I don't know why. I can moisturize it all I want and it just does not work. So just dot that in, make sure that it remains blended. And now I'm going to use this, what is this? Rimmel London Match Perfection Skin Adapting Concealer in Fair, and it's a highlighting concealer. So I'm just gonna put that in a V formation under my eyes, and I don't go too far with it or use too much because my foundation does cover most of my dark circles. So I'm just going to create that V. And if you don't know, which I'm sure most of you do, but some of the people who watch me are actually new to makeup, which is awesome that I get to kind of pass on my knowledge I've learned from other people, that the V actually draws the light away from your eyes so that you don't get that weird, like when you do it in just a half circle, it actually makes your face look darker. So now I'm just going to blend it with the Beauty Blender, being sure that it highlights my eyes so that's a little bit lighter, which is what you want, but also creates a seamless blend so that it actually looks like it's part of my skin. I wish my skin looked like this. It'd be great. Wouldn't ever have to wear makeup on my face. Even though I probably still would. A little bit. And now my favorite powder to use after I'm done with my foundation is the Smooth Operator by Tarte. And it's just a loose powder. So you just knock a little bit. This is a sample size. So you knock a little bit of it down out of the sifter. And I take a big brush like this. And I just brush it along my forehead, down the nose, and around my chin, and then around my cheeks with a big fluffy brush. And I make sure to set everything in place. And finally, everyone's magic finisher for their makeup, the MAC Fix Plus. Hold it way away, and a couple spurts of that, and it just really refreshes your face. And let that dry, and that's it. So that's how I get my flawless finish of foundation. That was a lot of F's. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and come back to see how I do my brows, which is what I'm going to do next. Nothing complicated, nothing crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you will stay tuned and watch my next video. Bye!